5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's close to midnight.
Yes.
Something evil's lurking
In the dark.
Almost coughed. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. What you do?
You start to scream.
But then what?
But
Terror took you to the bed.
the sound before you make
it.
God damn it, Tim.
I'm sorry.
It's so good.
It's a classic. How do you not
know
this one?
I know.
His heart was set on Monster Mash. You fucked him up.
I mean,
better not have been.
I was going, you know what? It's the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chaser Podcast. I'm Michael B. Jordan.
I'm a skinny man with hair.
And I'm Blades the Man Tamer.
I was gonna say Chi Barnum.
Hilarious.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to a special Halloween edition of the No Chaser Podcast. Things is getting spooky in here, you know what I'm saying? And if you fucked up and didn't get a Goody brand Halloween t-shirt, then you stupid.
Stupid idiot.
Because we dropped some fire. Ricky Shucks.
What's up?
What's the inspiration behind your costume, dog?
You know, like girls during this time, they just wear whatever. Sometimes it's not even a costume. It's just what they want to be.
Yeah.
So I want to be a skinny man with hair.
Okay.
Boom.
You know what?
I get to use that. But let me tell you something.
Yes.
As a fat man, people assume you're always sweaty. And this might be true. But I've never been more sweatier than being a skinny man with fucking hair on my head. This is disgusting.
Yo, you look Dominican.
Hey, puppy. Remember I used to lie and tell girls I was Dominican?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
My actual hair, if it were to still grow, is not far from this texture. It was not super close either, but it's not far. I used to tell girls I was Dominican and they believed me.
Yeah, I remember
see it.
Waves.
Okay, Poppy.
Yeah, I remember Waves Rick back in the day. You know what I'm
The good
saying?
old days.
Now
Now I got to do the Kobe cut.
I mean, mine is easy. Let's go to you. Tim, what is this?
Yeah, so Michael B. Jordan, hey auntie, you know what I'm saying? And I just I really wanted like a pun costume because last year it was a dude I follow on Twitter. Really funny dude. He has bars also, and he dressed up. It was he was what's his name? The dad from the Addams Family.
Gomez.
What's his first name? It don't matter. Bro.
No, his name is
Gomez
Gomez.
Oh, Gomez Adams, right. Okay. So he was Gomez Adams, but he was wearing that purple outfit that Selena wears when she sings. So he was Selena Gomez. And I thought it was like so funny. And I was racking my brain. I'm like, what's a fucking pun that I can do easily? And this was the first thing that popped into my head.
So Rick and I had a conversation about what I should wear. And it was
great costume.
it was going to be so good. And then I forgot.
Damn.
So I have a plethora of costumes. And I decided that, oh, you got it?
I did.
Okay. So I decided out of like the 17 that I had, I was trying to think of which ones that I worn already.
Yeah.
I haven't worn this in a minute. And also I had the French maid outfit. So we had two options. So if you guys don't like this, blame them because they decided on this one.
Nah, I seen the cover of the French maid one. This was better.
This is better?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm always a fan of a French maid outfit, but I was like, hey, man, whatever you want to do is going to be great.
That was the one she has is like a French maid outfit that a cute teacher could wear at school.
Oh, it wasn't naked?
Yeah, it didn't have all the...
It had all of this. I mean, the person on the package didn't come equipped with these. But
This is true.
I left my fucking B antenna at home. I'm so mad.
and I left my little hat at home too.
Damn.
That's okay.
I just got my locks.
He remembered his.
And
I mean, it grows out my head. How could I forget it?
The lineup is crispy, too.
Crispy.
Okay, so
he
fun
did
fact.
the white eyeliner. You know how they've been lining.
Oh, God, what is that?
So
I don't know what that is.
it's supposed to just make it sharper. They're not supposed to leave it lined. It's supposed to blend it like makeup, and it do like a contrast effect. But anyway, this was a full wig, right? And when I got it, it was like African American textured. but they told me to wash it before wear. So I thought maybe like a bunch of hairs was gonna come out, shit like that. And then it turned into this. And it was huge. So I had to put it on my head and cut it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually lined this?
Yeah, it didn't have a hairline, so I had to line it up. But it sucks because these like it's wig shit under here, so I couldn't fade it because you would just see like lines. I was like, man, I was gonna just buy one of those man weaves.
Yeah.
But the only reason I didn't, right, was two reasons. Them shits are like $300 first of all,
Oh God.
which is like whatever. But they stay on your head for like 6 months.
Oh, word.
Because you got to glue that shit down. You got to glue it down and then you cut it how you want to cut it. I was like, nah, if I go 6 months being cute, I'm never not doing that shit again.
So it's going to be a turkey getting the implants right after.
An hour looking stupid.
All right.
I like it.
All right. Well, you know what? We got a very special guest today. You know,
Really?
I've known this girl for a long time. Randomly, you know, I ran into her at like events. She was working events and was super nice. And then all of a sudden, she was super famous on TikTok. But you know what? She's been grinding a long time. She does sketches. She's funny. And you know, I was like, hey, pull up because I feel like it'd be an interesting conversation. So make some noise for Kassandra Lee.
Yay! Oh. I think I like this.
What's up, girl?
Hey, it's
What
a
it
cookie
do?
monster.
What it do? What it do?
Ew.
What it?
C is for cookie.
I'm gonna have you just do every jingle that I
got you.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What to do?
How are you?
I'm well.
You're well.
Yeah.
That's good
I'm
news.
swell.
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 Not everybody
Sweaty
can say
and
that.
well.
Yeah.
I feel like no one really says that, right? It's just like I'm good.
Feeling swell. I'm not feeling lousy. I'm feeling very swell. Thank you for dressing up with us.
Yeah.
You know, I really put a lot of effort.
You did.
I did so
We
much.
see
It's
it.
her pajamas.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, right?
Her regular
What are you talking
pajamas.
about?
She woke up like this.
Come on.
But then halfway through the episode, though, oh, Mike, closer to you if you can.
There we go. Is that better?
But it's lovely.
Up. Oh,
Speak up.
Speak up.
Turn it up.
okay,
Oh, there we go.
But halfway through the episode, though, she's gonna take it off.
And
It's
there's
gonna
going
be
to be
crazy.
the
Yeah.
reveal.
Yeah.
Of what the crazy costume
Yep.
is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you got to stick around to
That's-
find out.
That's after dark. So
Oh, okay, word.
Turn the lights up. Make it dark.
Yeah, I met you. Like I said, I met you a long time ago. At what event was that?
that was VidCon,
Oh, damn.
right? Yep.
No.
Complex Con.
Complex
Thank
Con.
you. See?
Yes.
You were there.
Yeah.
I met you both at the same time.
The one. Was I there?
No.
That one?
I think it was the
that
first
the
one.
Very
Oh,
first
okay,
one.
that's
yeah.
Very
a while
first
ago.
one, yeah.
And then-
2016.
And then I ran into you in New York and you were like, hey, what's good? This is my man and this is my woman as well.
Oh, fun.
And I was like, oh, shit. Cool. That's great. And then I see you on my For You page on TikTok doing a whole bunch of throuple content.
Yep.
And
Good times.
Good times. Was it?
Were
Let's
they really?
Talk about it.
Yeah, they were great times. I definitely don't ever regret those moments. You know what I mean? Those are great times.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I didn't want to only talk about that, but I did want to like start out with that because I'm curious.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can we get a little background? How did that start?
Yeah. So, I was married for like 10 years.
Okay.
Still going through a divorce right now. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, so we were I need cookies. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so then maybe like 4 years into our marriage, 6 years into our marriage, we decided to be open.
Okay.
And so we were exploring what that was like, enjoying it, having fun.
Mhm.
Then we met this girl
Mhm.
along the way 2 years later.
So it wasn't a conversation about being open, like let's go do your own thing, or it was like let's find somebody else from the jump.
I mean, no, we was never really into the throuple thing. I didn't know that was a thing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It was more like we would joke about it like in the start of our marriage,
Mm.
like just kind of like on some sexual fantasy shit.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And then and then one day the joke just like got serious.
Yeah.
We're like,
I don't think we're joking anymore, bro. She's still here.
yeah, exactly. So so then one day we were just having a conversation like, what if we had like, like a hall pass for one night?
Okay.
And I had never even kissed a girl.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So
Word.
you're
Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck, right? Yeah.
Okay.
I can curse, right? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we can say whatever the
It's
fuck
getting
you
cooler
want.
and cooler.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah. So that night that we were trying to be open, I was looking for a dude. You know what I mean? And I had one friend. I was very new to LA. So I had one friend. I made one friend. So we went out to this club and I was like, hey, I know you know I'm married, but if you see me flirting with somebody, don't freak out. Like, you know. But there was nobody there. Like, I was like, I'm not about to have a hall pass just because I have one.
Right.
Like, I wanted to feel a vibe.
Oh, so the hall pass was just this night.
Just this one
Oh,
night.
wow. That's a lot of pressure.
I know. The whole time we were
I
texting
would've
each
took
other.
The ugliest day. Only got one night.
One night.
Fuck it,
Let's go.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
No. All right, come on.
Hilarious. Nah, I was like, I really wanted to see if I could find, you know, a good vibe.
Yeah.
So I'm texting him the whole time. He's texting me, and we're like, no, we don't see nobody, whatever. So, you know, when you're married, you don't really dance with no guys. You're always dancing with girls. Like that's just you're dancing with your friends. And so me and her are dancing, and she just like, you know, kind of was just like, yo, you gay? And I was like, how did we get here? I'm married. What do you mean? Like what?
You're like, I'm a little insulted.
You like pussy or what?
Yeah. I was like, oh, straight to the point. What are you talking about? But the plan was to hang out and then like sleep over because where I lived was really far and I didn't have a car at the time. And so I'm chilling at her crib and then the conversation kind of starts and she's like, you know, I feel like you want to like kiss a girl. And I was like, I've never done that. She's like, you want to try it? I was like, no, not really. I'm nervous. Bro, and then she just laid it on me and I was just like aboard.
Consent.
She's like, this is yes. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, interesting. So it was
Where do
awkward
I-
for you.
Oh yeah, very. I wasn't sure, but like you know, once I got in the groove, I was like, oh shit, this is fun. You know what I mean? Like I had a really good time, and it's always been there, but it's something I suppressed because of my like traditions and you know, like I was very religious and stuff. But yeah, so that kind of opened Pandora's box for me. So then,
her name's Pandora.
Yeah, that was her name. Shout out to you, Pandora. You know who you are. No, just kidding.
Sorry.
Wow, tame 'em.
My bad. I'm a character. But okay. So that was the start of you being open to women.
To women.
Okay. So this girl that you ended up kissing as your first time, she ended up as your girlfriend or
No.
Okay.
We hooked up. We went like all the way. Didn't like climax though, so it was just like fun. But yeah, that's when I was like, this is interesting.
Okay.
And so, you know, experienced other partners. And then it was like, maybe we should just do like threesomes.
So the hall pass extended past that day then.
Yeah, it was like, he was shocked. And so he was like, oh shit, you liked it? And I was like, yeah, it was pretty cool. And then he was like, let's do this together maybe, you know? So then we had experiences together. And then it had been a while. So we were doing this for like 2 years. Not it wasn't like every weekend we had, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how does real quick, how does one approach girls to join?
You know,
Be an attractive girl.
Yeah.
Step one.
That's pretty much it.
Mind you, I'm not asking for me. I'm not asking for me. I'm just curious of how it worked. Right?
Yeah. Disclaimer. No. I don't really know. It was just like organic. You know, like we were pretty charismatic couple and, you know.
Just now when you said that, I picture y'all doing choreography.
I know. We were like,
you and me together. It's we. Three. Yeah. Huh? Do you want some?
Let us fuck you.
Rick's in the background.
No.
Me too, please. No, okay.
And then we're like sliding out. No, I don't know. It just naturally. Like I don't know. I feel like a lot of girls felt comfortable with me, and like we would have a vibe, and then it would kind of honestly start just me and a girl. You know what I mean? Like he would allow me to have like my own experiences with females, with you know. But like sometimes they'd be hanging over, and it'd just be like.
You come in, Jack.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't. I don't want it because I don't want it to sound like some creeper shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's not.
it wasn't.
If
yeah.
everybody's consenting, then you
Everyone
know,
was consenting, but it's not like
yeah.
he was like, "Yo, my wife's over there," and he's just like
Yeah.
sitting closer. Camera pans. He's like closer.
Yeah.
Guess these leftovers,
Yeah. Tag team. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
You're like, it's your turn, babe.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, finally.
Yeah.
Girl's like, huh?
She's like, what was that?
He comes down like a spider on a string onto the bed.
Y'all need some help.
Okay, well, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
So the night that you found a girl, did he find one as well?
No. I mean, like he's had his own experiences. There was times where he did, but it wasn't like I'm with this girl now. He had to go find a girl.
Okay, Halloween is literally right around the corner, and we all know most of us are very busy and might have forgotten to buy some Halloween candy, or maybe you bought a little bit and not enough. Now you know when the day comes and these kids are showing up at your house and you don't got enough candy, you can't leave. So you know what you need to do? Call DoorDash. DoorDash is going to be able to get you what you need for your Halloween treats, whether you're having a party, you ran out of some candy. DoorDash is your perfect lifesaver to have on call. Now, I know I use DoorDash all the time. I have a bunch of meetings and you okay? You know, you can use DoorDash right now to get you some cough drops. You can use that. But I use DoorDash so often, whether it's dinner, I'm definitely getting my Halloween candy through it. And also when you need maybe some toilet paper in case you want to run around the neighborhood and decorate, you could definitely use DoorDash to get some of that. So for a limited time, our listeners can get 50% off up to a $20 value and 0 delivery fees when you download the DoorDash app and enter the code Tim. That's 50% off, up to $20 value and 0 delivery fees when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter the code Tim. Don't forget, that's Tim, Tim, for 50% off, up to $20 value and 0 delivery fees with the DoorDash app. Subject to change, terms apply.
You know what, man? I feel like mental health is very important, and we grew up not talking about it. But I'm glad that people are talking about it more and more nowadays because, you know, sometimes you just need to talk to somebody, you know? When it comes to therapy and psychiatry, getting the help you need has never been so simple. When you're able to access your provider from the comfort of your device, it means mental health care can be on your schedule. And alleviating the wait times to get an appointment or the travel time to an office can free up time for the rest of your life. Talkspace is so convenient and accessible, it helps me feel supported around the clock, okay? Talkspace lets you send messages to your dedicated therapist in the Talkspace platform, which allows you to update them on the challenges and triumphs you're facing in real time so you don't have to wait for your next session. With Talkspace, you set goals with your therapist and they hold you accountable and make sure you're really progressing, Rick. Therapy can help you shift your perspective, find tools to cope in difficult times, and be a guiding light, all right? It's convenient. Talkspace is mental health care that meets you wherever you are. It simplifies taking care of your therapy and psychiatry needs, and best of all, it's secure. Talkspace is secure and private using the latest end-to-end bank-grade encryption technology to store client information and complying with the latest HIPAA regulations. As a listener of this podcast, you'll get $100 off your first month with Talkspace. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com. Make sure to use the code CHASER to get $100 off your first month and show your support for the show. That's CHASER at Talkspace.com.
Was there ever an option for you to bring a dude into the relationship, or was that always off the table?
So like in the beginning, it was a guy, right? Like I was looking for a guy. And so when we had our experiences, I brought the conversation back. I was like, hey, so like this whole guy thing, like, you know, I'm kind of, maybe if I find something, can I go there? And he was like, not sure about it. And then one night he was out of town. And he was like, yeah, go for it. You know, and I was like, that's because you probably found someone too. You know what I mean? And I was right. But you know, again, I'm only gonna go if there was a vibe.
Right.
That night I met someone and I was like, oh shit, I'm vibing with this dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, we didn't go all the way or anything, but we did fool around. When I had told him, he lost his shit.
Oh, really?
Interesting. See, that's what I was waiting to see. How did this work out? Because it always feels like bringing a girl into a relationship. I mean, I know plenty of people that have brought other women in.
Right.
But as soon as it's like
a dude,
no, I want a man, the tables turn.
They switch.
Okay, so you entertained so you entertained someone.
Yes, I entertained someone.
He lost his shit. What happened after that?
We got into a really, really, really big fight.
Okay.
And to me, the marriage was way more important. So I was like, I'm not about to like end this over. That was a one-time thing that you agreed upon.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, you can't lose your shit on me. We're on the same page. So then we just made it off the table.
Okay.
I was like, you're my priority. I don't give a shit about that. Whatever. We'll move on. So then it was just women at that point.
And that's interesting. He was able to go do his thing. And then the moment that it was your turn, he was like, no. Okay, but you were willing.
I was willing because, you know, I said I do. You know what I mean? And I meant that. you know. And so if he's not feeling it, I'm not about to be fighting over something that's not like a necessity for me.
You didn't need
I didn't need it.
Right.
It was just like, you know, there's an opening and you're agreeing, let me go do it.
Okay.
But yeah, so we just kept it strictly, you know, women, and had fun with that. And then we met this girl that we fell in love with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who met her first?
We met her at the same time.
What?
I
Chick-fil-A?
At Chick-fil-A, no, at a Dominican party. What's up?
Hey, papi. He said, I've been at the wrong parties.
No, I was there.
Oh, you were
They
there?
told me no again. It was cool.
That's a wig, man.
That's a way.
We don't talk like that, but I think that was Mexican. But
I don't know, man.
Okay, so you met. So you both were at this party. You meet this girl. How did it all start?
So we walk in. We were there on accident. We weren't supposed to be there. We were supposed to be at my friend's birthday party, but they wouldn't let him in because he was wearing denim shorts.
Got it.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Hilarious.
Yeah, he was wearing shorts. So
Girl.
Wait, never mind.
The jorts.
yeah,
Wait,
The jeans.
what year was this?
2017.
Oh, that was.
It's still funny. Okay.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay, so we don't. So y'all don't get into the party. Now you going somewhere else.
And wait, real correct, just to clarify, this was a nighttime party?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is that he was coming from set or something. He was coming from like something. I don't remember. And so it was.
got to defend him.
Yeah, no.
Wait, one more question. When you said shorts, you did like this.
Nah.
It was like past the
Oh
knees.
my God. It was a good outfit at the time.
All right.
She said, "I like."
I let him leave the house that way. So
They found their girlfriend. Hey, they found their girlfriend that night. It must have been a good.
it was a
fucking
great
outfit.
Oh, so all of y'all lame.
Mr. Tights and stuff. No. But yeah, so it turned evening, and when
Okay.
he showed up, they wouldn't let him in. I was like, birthday girl's in yoga pants. What are we
Right.
talking about? In slippers.
Right.
And they were like, well, after a certain time, the wardrobe changes.
Mhm.
I was like, just pretend he was smoking out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, anyway, so they wouldn't let him in. So I was like, let's just go. So we order an Uber pool. This is how way back this is. This is when we was
y'all was
we was
outside.
yeah, we were outside. We was broke. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a
A
time.
pool.
Yeah, a pool. And I see that the girl in the Uber, her name is a very Dominican name. I don't know if she wants to be mentioned. She's the reason we were at this party.
Okay.
So I'm like, this girl got to be Dominican. So I sit in the car. I'm like, girl, you Dominican? She's like, yeah. I'm like, fuck out of here. I'm Dominican. You know what I mean? So that's rare in LA. So we, chop it up. She's like, I'm going to a Dominican party. I'm like, get the fuck out. Like, there's Dominican parties? Like,
Yeah.
I need to know.
Y'all exist out here?
Yeah. Like, there's so much of my culture I miss, you know? And so we slide through the Dominican party. They weren't going to let him in.
The damn
fucking,
jorts. The jean shorts.
But the girl running the door, she was from Elizabeth, the town over from where he and I met.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Jersey. So then she was like, come through, whatever. So we went. She was the first person we met. She was like, hey, she was with her brother. And so we, we're vibing, we talking, and I don't know, we picked up a vibe. And not looking for a throuple.
Right.
It was literally just for what we do, fun vibes. But I think it was just solely me and her. I don't think she was really feeling him. And then we became friends and we talking. And then she would come over and, they became friends. And then just one thing led to another.
How interesting.
Yep.
So okay, so y'all are all vibing. How does one become the girlfriend? Like, what did the conversation have amongst the group to say that we're official? And with the title, is she allowed to be someone else's girlfriend?
Right.
Because I feel like, because
I'm big on titles. I'm big on
I need to know what I
need
am.
to know, because if there's no title, we do whatever we want.
because in my head it was initially probably just on some physical shit, right?
Right.
And then so then y'all got to get to a point where like, hey, want to be our girlfriend?
How
She's
did that?
probably just dope.
It was weird.
Yeah.
She is dope. I'm still with her. She's
Yeah.
dope as fuck. But I mean, how did it happen? It was like,
Yeah.
okay, so imagine you're feeling something, right? And you're like, what am I feeling? And am I the only one feeling it?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember being like, talking to my husband, like, yo,
Do we?
are you feeling something?
Yeah.
And he was just like, yeah, a little bit. Like, we would get excited. Like, if she
Oh.
texted or wanted
Yeah.
to hang out, and we were like, oh shit, like making, so like putting time aside for her and shit.
We got butterflies.
Yeah, like, when is this?
Yeah.
And so then you know, the way her energy was coming off, I knew she was feeling the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So one day we were just talking like, what are we all feeling? And like, let's be real about it.
Wow.
And he and I have already developed conversations where we could just say what we are feeling and thinking and don't judge it, you know? And so, yeah, she admitted it. And then we were like, what does this mean? We don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Is this weird? Are we weird? Are
Right.
we crazy?
So you would never even looked into anything, been curious about nothing like that leading up to this. It was just
No.
kind of like, we're feeling this, let's see what's up with
like I looked into like open marriages and shit. You know what I mean? But no one was actually talking about thruples. No one was talking about that. And that was what was hard because no one was talking about it. We didn't know how to navigate it. So that's what made us go online. And we were like, fuck it. Let's just start a YouTube channel and talk about the challenges that we're having and how we are navigating them. And if we fuck up, you know, figure it out and just literally just be really open.
Yeah.
And so we did. And then we started a TikTok and then life changed.
And then you popped off on TikTok.
Yeah.
And so was the audience like shocked when it went from a throuple to a couple?
Well, the thing is, so like we weren't on TikTok yet as a couple. I think I had already built a presence through my skits. So I was already doing YouTube. I was already kind of full-time content creating. And then the pandemic happened and I got injured. So I couldn't walk for 2 months.
Oh,
Damn.
shit.
Yeah, I know. It was a depressing time. Yeah. But so I couldn't really shoot the content that I wanted. And so now I'm stuck at home. They got laid off.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, fuck.
Both of them?
Both of them.
God damn.
Shit.
Yeah, because of the whole pandemic. We had all worked the same job. That was my last job. I left, did content creation, doing YouTube and everything. And then they got laid off. So I was like, all right, let's put a camera up, you know, and just let's start doing TikToks. And we did. And it just went up from there.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know, crazy.
Are you sick of talking about it? People always ask you about the double shit.
Everybody on I'm like, it's been thank you. See, he be knowing. No, just kidding.
I'm over here. I'm like, I'm interested. I'm sorry.
I know.
I was like, I
because it's
wanted
new.
to know.
Like, I mean, like
Yeah.
honestly, we've never really had this conversation.
Nah.
I feel like the circle I'm in, and like the interviews I be having, or like the fans, even the people on some people on TikTok still be going, wait, what? Because now it's just me and her.
Okay.
And so they're like, where's the dude? You know?
Right.
And a lot of like the hardcore fans like, yo, you're late. Like, stop talking about it. Move on.
I
You
will
know?
say for, a show that talks about relationships and sex a lot, this is, I think, our first time that we've ever had somebody that's been in a throuple. So like questions that we're coming, that we answer is from one perspective, let alone someone that's experiencing something different.
Right.
So
Yeah.
even thinking about like the breakup process
Yeah.
is
That's rough.
of thinking about how does one decide who stays and who goes. I mean, it seems very complicated.
Yeah.
But every relationship's complicated.
Exactly. Like that. I love that you said that because I think that we're not used to understanding what it is as a throuple dynamic. But I always try to say like the same challenges you go through in just two people, you're going through the same thing. It might be slightly heightened, but it's the same challenges. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that breakup shit was hard.
I bet. In my head, it's like, all right, let's all take a vote to see who we eliminate.
Oh
this
my
week.
God.
What is this?
Paper,
Survivor?
scissors.
The Survivor, your tiki torch gets put out, you get sent on your way.
We're going to do a marathon.
You are the weakest link.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No.
Yeah, because I remember early on, I think when you were in LA, we got some food and you were just telling me that y'all were
Open.
Like, open.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I remember that conversation. Next time I ran into you, it was 3 of y'all. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, shit.
That's wild. That's fucking wild. You're right.
Did you feel like having one person made it easier than being out looking for people? Like having the girlfriend or finding one partner to be in the relationship was easier than constantly like.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I mean, like we were closed by the time we were 3.
Okay.
So there was no more
There's no more searching.
there was no more of that.
Okay.
Like we were having fun, just the 3 of us. So because she's also never been in an open dynamic. And her perspective is crazy, obviously. Like she's the third. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so it was closed by the time you guys were all together.
Yeah.
And then the dynamic's super different. So she's not looking for anyone. And you said her energy was wild. Like, so wait, had she ever been in one before?
No, yeah. So that's what I was talking about. I was saying how, she was the third. She hated that title. Like, like she was going through her own challenges. Like it wasn't just it wasn't easy for any of us.
Right.
Like, it was very fucking hard to open up the marriage and say, here, now you're a part of this.
Yeah.
And it was very hard for her to be like, y'all have such a history that now I'm walking into, and all these memories and all these insiders and all, you know how to communicate to each other. You know how to deal with each other when you go through arguments. I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was difficult, but she pushed, you know, we all pushed through. The breakup had nothing to do with being in a throuple, and it wasn't about, you know, who had a better connection. It wasn't about any of that. You know, a lot of people kind of assume that because it's a throuple. None of that is true. It had everything to do with, I mean, I guess like,
you ain't gotta get into it if you don't want to get into it.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm just talking. No, yeah, but no, it was mainly more so about, I guess, the season ending, and I think that, you know, the way I see it, he may have a different perspective, but
this is just
this is my perspective.
Yeah, we got him
not,
coming next. So.
Oh yeah, fuck. Just kidding.
See, no, he's up there. Right?
Oh shit!
Surprise!
Good luck.
But
No, I'm just kidding.
That's one of the things that bugs me the most, though, about shit like this is people put so much focus on how it's different from a traditional relationship and make that the catalyst for everything. It's like, y'all haven't seen all these traditional relationships end?
Right.
Yeah.
Why do you think this one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And look how long it lasted.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? I know people who don't get a year into a regular relationship ever.
Yeah.
But they think they're doing something right. And,
Yeah.
and they hear, you're open or you're poly or this, y'all tripping. I could never.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. Like, neither did your last four. So
Right.
shut up.
Thank you for saying
Yeah.
that. Thank you for saying that.
The most interesting part for me is the conversation that led to the even opening. So you went from a traditional relationship with no idea of wanting something different to reaching a point in your marriage where you open it up. And I feel like that's very valuable information because there's so many people in relationships that are just like, what's next?
Right.
Do I stay? Do we work through? I know I'm a very jealous person and I don't, but I think about it at times, right? Like when you've been with someone for so long, will there be a day that I want someone else? Like
Right.
what, you know, that is a possibility. A lot of the times we always put it on men. Oh, he's going to cheat. There's plenty of unhappy women as
Right.
well. So that's the interesting part. And then to see that you guys tried something, you almost expended every option, then finally decided this wasn't going to work.
Yeah. I mean, we were together for 3 years, the three of us.
Wow.
Yeah. And then even got engaged.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah. We were like on say yes to the dress and everything.
Oh,
and
damn.
like it was
Both of y'all.
yeah, it was crazy.
Okay, and what exactly can you say to Chia to convince her? No, I'm just waiting. That's a joke.
What's
That's a
up,
joke.
Chia? No, just kidding.
Tim's like, cut that, please.
Yeah, are y'all looking for a quadruple?
How many people can we throw in this thing?
With a
Like,
child.
With a child.
With a child.
With a
Let's not
child.
forget
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, yo, I can't tell you how many people came out to us and they had full on families and kids and like they just been living on the DL like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not public.
That's the thing. A lot of people are interested in that. Or no matter who you are, how much you love or like your partner, there's always a chance of shit just getting a little stagnant
Mhm.
and wanting something different.
Mm.
And an open relationship fucking gives you that.
Mm.
But it takes real security on
Yeah,
both
Right.
sides.
for
real
sure.
security.
Strong foundation.
Yeah.
Like you need that. It won't survive that way. And again, that's like I don't want people looking and being like, "Girl, your marriage didn't even last." Going through all that. If I
2
didn't go
years,
through all
bro.
that,
Yeah.
it still probably wouldn't have lasted.
Mm.
You understand
Right.
what I'm saying? It
Mhm.
had nothing to do with the journey that we took.
Mhm.
It had everything to do with what was going on inside.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I don't look at that time that we've spent, those 10 years we've been together. I'm so grateful for it. It made me the woman I am today.
Mhm.
And the struggles we went through, we were homeless together, like everything we've been through, like I'm grateful for that man, you know, and it's just our season was over and but we did a fucking good job.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's terrible that we shame people for leaving relationships that don't work.
Yeah.
That is something that has to stop. I mean,
I agree.
we're forcing people to stay together when they know in reality, if they were in that same situation, they wouldn't want to deal with the same pressures.
Yeah.
And I think that walking away from something that's not working for two people that tried should be admirable.
Yeah.
That you can do that versus we've seen so many people that are messing around or doing things or forcing situations onto their partner because they're doing it for the image and for what
Right.
everybody else wants.
Yeah. It
Like-
also puts people in this fucked up position to where they have to make it go bad.
Yeah.
It's like, I know I'm not happy here. This is not really what I want,
Mm.
but it looks good on paper. There's no real reason for me to not want this.
Yeah.
Let me do some shit that makes shit
Wow.
bad.
Gives
so
it
we
a
can
reason.
argue
Yeah.
and fight,
Right.
and then I can
It's-
say, well, this is why I'm leaving.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, no, let's normalize, as the kids would say,
Yeah.
leaving when it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, just be honest.
And that's
man.
why you got these great perspectives, which are great for your comedy skits.
You see me?
And I do appreciate you too as a content creator because you write all your shit. I mean, from what I've seen, for the most part, like you got like some solid sketches. And in a world where, you know what I'm saying, I feel like everybody's doing these quick little 30-second situations, you write long ass funny sketches. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
yeah,
And
yeah.
what got you into that? What got you out here in LA pursuing this entertainment life?
Oh man. Well, first of all, I have some writers. I do. Not everything is me writing it. Sometimes it's me conceptualizing it, and then I let them do it. But
Okay, work.
shout out to my team. Love y'all.
Oh yeah, nice guys. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to be an actor. Like that was like the dream, acting, music. And so I came to LA, when I got signed, and then I was like, let's do this. Content creation was just kind of like maybe a new path to getting to that end goal. You know what I mean? And I just decided to get on it. And I came here mainly for drama and action.
Mhm.
And then, but like, I guess I'm funny, so.
Like, surprise.
Surprise, yeah.
Damn,
People would
dude.
tell me
He
all the
said, "I
time,
guess
like.
I'm not a dramatic actor, and I'm not good at action.
I mean, that she did.
I'm fucking with
That's how she broke her knee, dog.
Yeah.
I
No.
remember before all of the comedy, the
Yeah.
action stuff you used to post. the fight
Yeah,
shit
and I
all that.
still do it. Like, I play Buttercup, Powerpuff Girls, and like a passion feature, and short, and do action in there. I do some drama. I do it all. I really do it all. But like, what got me to where I am is comedy skits. And it's exciting. It's fun, and like, we're doing some dope shit right now. We're doing some dope shit.
You ever think about doing audiobooks?
Yeah, yo, I love doing audio. Everyone be loving my voice and shit.
Shit.
Because you got good
Shit.
voice.
Yeah, I actually started a series called Smooth Operator.
Okay.
And so I play a phone sex operator. It's really funny.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And hear it.
and hear it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And y'all don't even have the headphones. That's crazy.
I know we
Yeah.
used to, but we
Yeah.
felt like we were listening to each other ourselves too much.
It-
It was
Yeah.
like, it's-
We couldn't
annoying.
focus on whatever was happening.
You're like, why'd you do that with your mouth?
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
We were so dialed in on what everybody else was
yeah.
doing.
That makes sense.
You got podcasts as well, yeah.
Yeah, we got a podcast, me and my girlfriend.
Mhm.
And so we talk about a whole bunch of sexy stuff. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Because now I'm thinking you went from no girls
Yeah.
to just girls.
It's-
How
Well, not just
Just
girls.
a
I'm still
girl.
a
I'm-
girl?
we're-
Well,
so
wait, is it just a girl?
it's okay. So it's me and my girlfriend.
Mhm.
Right.
We are open,
Okay.
and so
Rick just
Calm
adjusted
down.
his wig. He said,
calm down, Rick.
Adjusted the wig.
He said,
He said,
"Did anyone tell you I'm Dominican?"
He said, excuse me, you see this wig? Comes in plenty of colors.
I just bought some jean shorts.
Don't worry, we won't go to no parties.
No, you're stupid. Oh my god. No. I'm dead. I'm leaving.
Okay. So you and your girlfriend are in an open
Yeah,
relationship.
we're in an open relationship. But that has evolved. It was when we first were just us, it was like we're open.
Open to both genders.
So both genders,
Okay.
anytime,
Or whatever.
wherever you just whatever.
Okay.
Just communicate.
Okay.
And then as we've navigated our first year being together, just us, now we have more boundaries and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we talk about all this shit like on our podcast.
So, do you ever are like, miss the throuple situation, and you're like, have you ever actively been looking for another guy to fill that role, or it's just kind of like you seeing what's up, like what you're just kind of doing what you do, and whatever happens happens.
I mean, we're not looking for a throuple situation.
Mhm.
We're not opposed to it either, but I mean, we're just enjoying each other and like really building what we're building.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if we feel the vibe, we catch the vibe. That's
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? But like as far as men, like we obviously are bisexual, so we crave sometimes being with a dude. You know what I mean? Like that happens. But yeah, I mean, we've never had a threesome with a girl, so.
Oh.
What?
Nikki. No, I'm just kidding.
Shut up, Tim.
I thought you were gonna make a face. I was
Stop.
I was trying to do
looking down.
eye contact
Look,
with you, but
No.
I was getting hot in this one. Shut up, Tim. You don't, it's
give
not
you
about
some
me.
jeans.
If you need
Too.
something to tame,
It's
you know
not
what I mean?
about me today, okay? Jesus, I got questions. I was like, I have questions. You not notice how invested I am into this
I did notice.
So how does all of this work?
Real quick,
How does this work?
real quick, I want to point out, Rick said, I can get you some jean shorts too, Nikki.
She said, I'm Dominican.
So my hair is actually naturally curly. Just to let you know, nobody knows what I am. Surprise! All the
Are you
things.
ethnically ambiguous?
Yes. Just
Oh,
a little bit. It
shit.
just depends on the day. Is it raining outside? Because that can be something else when we go outside. This is me trying not to flirt, Tim. Trying to
Same.
ask questions. Okay. But what's one piece of advice that you can give to maybe a couple that is thinking about having the conversation of possibly opening up their relationship?
Yeah. Look, so we had something that, and we still do this, it's like we call it honest moments. And
Okay.
like that kind of just sets the tone for like, yo, I'm about to say something that I've probably been holding and thinking about. And I don't know how you're going to react, but I don't want you to judge me.
Okay, so honest moments.
Yeah.
It's like a judgment-free zone. Say
Judgment-free
whatever's on your
zone.
mind. Yeah,
Say what's
yeah,
on your
Safe
mind. Me saying this has nothing to do with how I feel about you
Ooh.
and our relationship and where it's going. This is just what I've been feeling. And I hope that in this moment, you can look at me as a human
Okay.
with feelings and emotions and thoughts. You know what I mean?
1, 2, 3, you stink.
Yeah. I didn't take a shower then.
Just like easy.
Exactly. But yes, that's my biggest thing is like you can't be judgmental. You can't be judgmental with the person you're doing life with. Like that is something that a lot of couples just too, struggle with. I think that we hold expectations on our partners and that's not healthy in any relationship, whether it's, business, intimate, whatever. Just remove that. Allow the person that you are with to just talk and yourself talk, have these open conversations and just see where it goes. Like there's no cookie cutter
Nah.
there's no cookie cutter way to have experience love. There's not one way to do it. So
That's a
learn.
bar, and that's facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bar facts.
War facts.
Yeah, I think that's really important. It's funny that I think you said something really just kind of like should almost feel like common knowledge, and it's crazy that we had to have this conversation about something that people think is like quote unquote weird. For you to say some shit, it's like, well, yeah, obviously, like, if you're really trying to love this person, be able to communicate judgment free. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Logic goes out of the window when love comes into play for a lot of people.
I agree. Yeah.
And that shit's dangerous. And it's really hard to get somebody who's not used to that mindset to get it.
Yeah.
It's just like,
You need
nah,
someone emotionally
I
mature.
feel this way.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. It's like,
And the expectation that comes with a relationship. Rick and I had a conversation about what is the difference between having your best friend and then your best friend turned in your girlfriend. It's still the same person, but now it's different because there's a title on it.
Yeah.
Do we just expect now our girlfriend to suddenly act differently because we gave her that title? Does she no longer still be the best friend?
I think that's the point. Like I feel I've been trying to talk about when we talk about these topics is like nothing really should change other than like the depth of your love, and intimacy. Is like that should just go deeper, but like the way you've been treating each other, the way you've been, laughing. Your best friend could tell you the craziest shit and you look at them and be like, bitch. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't even care, know? Or like if it's a dude, it's like, damn, like you don't care. You laugh about it, you enjoy it, you talk about it. But suddenly when it's like your partner, you're like, what the fuck was that? You know what I mean? And it's like, why do we do that to each other? We don't own one another. We are best friends doing life. And guess what? I'm choosing you. I'm fucking with you. You know what I mean? I have no expectation over you. The only expectation I'm going to have is of me on responding to what this brings. You know what I mean? And I've learned nothing lasts forever. Like, and I used to be against that. You know what I mean? But it's true. Nothing forever. Tomorrow's not promised. This is forever. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, do your best with what you are doing right now. That's all you can do. And if something does end or comes to an end, like that season's over, and just be proud of that. Like,
Yeah.
you did that. You
That's
did
a
your
lot of
best.
Gratitude.
Yeah.
And a lot of maturity.
Appreciate that.
A lot of maturity.
Yeah.
I know I struggle. I am single, but I also am not one to get into a relationship without really thinking it through.
Yeah.
I'm not someone that's in and out of like boyfriends. I don't do that because I take it very seriously.
Yeah.
But to hear your perspective on it, I know I'm not mature enough yet for certain people.
Okay.
In certain situations. I know I've been interested in somebody that I knew that if I go into this relationship, there's things that I'm going to have to get over
Yeah.
because that's who they are as a person that I don't know if I'm ready for yet.
Right.
And I know a lot of times when people get in relationships, we think we can change people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
That's huge.
and I think a big part of it is when you figure out what's gonna last or not. It's also like, is this worth it?
Is it worth
You feel
it?
me? Because
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, there might be some things that this person might never change, right?
Mhm.
And then you get to this point where this person's like, okay, does the bad outweigh the good, or does the good outweigh the
Yeah.
bad? You know what I'm saying? How much do I want to put in because I love this person so much? How much do I want to compromise? And then sometimes, you know, a lot of people stick with a relationship they shouldn't,
Right.
because they fighting for it because they think it should be, but it really shouldn't.
Yeah,
You know?
dude.
It's just so much shit. Because sometimes it's like the good versus the bad. It's not even bad. It's just something you can't handle.
Right.
And it's not changing with that person because it's not bad. It's
Yeah.
just something you can't handle.
Mhm.
So I always feel like people really need to get their insecurities in check before being in a relationship. You can't just make them go away.
Right.
But you need to have them in check, because a lot of times we get with somebody and we give them the insecurity. This is your job now.
Mm.
I've been looking at these people on Instagram before I met you, and I was jealous then. But now that I'm yours, you better not make me feel jealous about them, or you better not follow this person. You
Yeah.
better not do it, shit like that. And then it's like, I can't fucking fix that for you.
For sure.
So yeah, having your insecurities in check really fucking help. And like you said, knowing that you don't own somebody.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a title. Yes, you can say my girlfriend,
Mhm.
but you don't own that woman, dog.
Yeah.
She's not yours in the sense
Mhm.
of that. If you secure and you know that, it's so
That's
much
true.
easier.
And security comes from that self-love. Like, you got to know you're the shit. Like,
Mhm.
no matter what, like, that's the biggest thing, because the insecurities come from you feeling like you're not the shit.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, that you're gonna find someone who's better. You know what I mean? And in my mind, I'm going, no, whether you find someone who's better for you,
Exactly.
Right.
you know what I mean? I'm the fucking bomb. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's gotta be there, because
Yeah.
then none of that shit will matter.
And the honesty in who you are as a person. One thing that I noticed about listening to your relationship and whatever you were going through, it's you knew what you wanted and could communicate it. We struggle with being honest about who we are as people.
Mhm.
A lot of the times we're lying to our friends, our families, the person that we're with, because we're worried about being judged and we're worried about showing that. So a lot of the times we tell ourselves who we are, even though that's not actually who we want to be.
Yeah.
And finding someone and that in yourself to communicate that and saying, like, this is a safe space. I need to express this regardless of how you're going to feel.
Yeah.
That would be the biggest takeaway for me in whatever relationship, friendship, family,
Yeah. Anything.
romantic, anything, whether it's like one person, two people, four people, I don't know. but learning how to communicate and being honest about what I want, and then seeing if that person can handle it. And then also, can I handle if they can't?
Yeah.
Word. You got to be ready for both.
Ugh.
Well, is there anything you want to plug?
Anything I want to plug?
Plug all the things. You got the podcast. You got
I
like
have-
let's
okay,
start at the beginning.
Let's do Kassandra Lee Uncut. So I do like the HBO skits. So we do like, you know, stuff YouTube won't let me do. It's a little
I mean, one of
sexy.
those.
Yeah, we did one. It was really
Yeah.
good. They loved it.
Yeah, and I had to tell Chia, hey, babe, look, so she's in her bra and panties at one point, crawling on top of me,
Oh,
but
shit.
it's just a part of
It's not real.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm always so like nervous about, you know, people with like their partners. Like, I just
Yeah.
want them to love me. I'm like, please, no, this is just for the video. Like, you know what I mean?
But not gonna lie, like when you first sent me that skit, I think I just kind of skimmed through it as I was just down. And then we got there, I'm like, all right, babe, so check this out. So she's kind of pretending to give me fellatio. But it's real quick.
Quick hit.
Oh my God, did she see it or did you show her the trailer or anything?
No.
Okay.
We're gonna act like that didn't happen after it happened.
Okay. It's really funny though. Like
Yeah, but
it's so
it's fun.
funny. But imagine like Carly, like she be going through it because like a lot of these skits are that, and like she just be like, oh my God, it's another sex scene, like another, and I'm like, sorry, babe, sorry, like, But they're funny, they're great, and it's a good time. So if you go to KassandраLeeUncut.com, check it out. That shit's crazy. And then music, I'm dropping a new song at the end of the month or early November.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. So we got some good music coming out. Really excited about it.
It's just her sexy talking over beats.
That's all it is. It's like, check it. A 1, 2, yeah.
Yeah, everybody's like,
Say it again.
Well, hey man, I appreciate you pulling up, dropping bars and gems, and also just educating
Yep.
educating us on
it's your turn.
educating. Yeah, I know, right? Just telling us about your experience. I think you really got a good perspective on just what you want to do and who you are, and it was a great conversation.
Yeah, yo. If you want to hear more of those types, we have kassandcarly.com. That's where the podcast is at too. So, yeah.
All right, y'all. Happy Halloween. Thank you for listening and watching No Chaser Podcast. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit.
And also, whatever's down below, whatever Tim puts.
Donate to all our cash apps and shit.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.